Hello everyone, welcome back. So today in this video we will continue solving questions from Dental Pulse, and we will start solving from question number 61 of chapter 2 permanent dentition from oral anatomy. In our previous videos we complete till question number 60 of this chapter. So let's begin. So question number 61, permanent mandibular first molar is developed from how many lobes? So its answer is C5. We have studied about this question in previous video also. So its answer will be 5. Question 62. The geometric outline of the buccal surface of posterior teeth are. So its answer is trapezoidal. Okay. The geometric outline of buccal surface of posterior teeth are trapezoidal. Question 63. Which of the following is true for permanent teeth? Maxillary roots are inclined distally, whereas mandibular roots are inclined medially. Option B. Maxillary roots are buccally inclined and mandibular molars are inclined lingually. Option C. Buccal cusp of lower and lingual cusp of upper are functional cusp. Option D. All of the above. So its answer is D. All of the above. Okay. Maxillary roots are inclined distally, whereas mandibular roots are inclined mesially. Maxillary molars are buccally inclined and mandibular molars are inclined lingually. And buccal cusp of lower and lingual cusp of upper teeth are functional cusp. All these three options are correct. Question 64. Fourth canal is present in. So its answer is both of the above, that is mesiobuccal root of maxillary first molar and distal root of mandibular first molar. ठीक है? Fourth canal is present in both of the above. Now question 65. Which of the following is true of permanent first molar's occlusal surface? Option A. Maxillary molar has 2 major fossa, 2 minor fossa, 4 triangular ridge, 1 oblique ridge and 5 grooves. Option B. Mandibular molar has 1 major fossa, 2 minor fossa, 5 triangular ridge and 4 grooves. Option C. Rhomboidal shape in maxillary molars and hexagonal shape in mandibular molars. Option D. All of the above. So its answer is all of the above. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Now question 66. The permanent mandibular second molar differs from permanent mandibular first molar in number of. Option A is cusp, B roots, C lingual grooves or D marginal ridges. So its answer is cusp. Let's see its explanation. Permanent mandibular second molar contain 4 cusps. The distal cusp is usually absent. Okay. Question 67. The maxillary tooth exhibiting the greatest variation in root alignment is. So its answer is third molar. Option C. The roots of maxillary third molar are usually fused and have more distal relation to the roots of maxillary second molar. Question 68. If the pulp of a single rooted tooth canal were triangular in cross section with the base of the triangle located facially and the apex lingually with the longer mesial side than distal side, the tooth most likely is. So its answer is maxillary central incisor. So in maxillary central incisor, the pulp is triangular in cross section with base of the triangle located facially and apex lingually with longer mesial side than distal side. Okay. Now question 69. The root trunk of permanent mandibular first molar buccally is. So its answer is equal in length to the mesial bifurcation of the maxillary first molar. Okay. So its explanation is the root trunk length buccally in the mandibular first molar is 3 mm, which is equal to the mesial bifurcation length 3 mm of the maxillary first molar. The root trunk length lingually of the mandibular first molar is 4 mm, which is equal to the buccal bifurcation length of maxillary first molar. Okay. Now question 70. The most constant and valuable trait to differentiate among maxillary first, second and third molar is. So its options are number of roots, depth of central fossa, comparative size of cusp of carabelli, or relative position of the distolingual grooves. So its answer is relative position of distolingual grooves. The distolingual cusp becomes progressively smaller in second and third maxillary molars. Question 71. Which of the following permanent teeth is usually bilaterally symmetric when viewed labially and incisally? So its answer is mandibular central incisor. Mandibular central incisor is the tooth which is usually bilaterally symmetric when viewed labially and incisally. Question 72. Which of the following has non-functional cusp? So its answer is mandibular first premolar. Mandibular first premolar has a large buccal cusp which is long and well formed with a small non-functioning lingual cusp no longer than a cingulum found on maxillary canines. Question 73. Average of length of maxillary cuspid is. So its answer is 26 mm. Okay. So its explanation is maxillary canine length of the crown is 10 mm, length of the root is 17 mm. In mandibular canine, length of the crown is 11 mm and length of the root is 16 mm. Okay. So question 74. Maxillary first molar has how many roots? So its answer is B, 1 lingual and 2 facial. Okay. It has 3 roots, 1 lingual and 2 facial. Question 75. The term diphyodont means. So its answer is 2 separate sets of dentition. The term diphyodont means 2 separate sets of dentition. Question 76. The eruption age of maxillary permanent lateral incisor is. So its answer is A, 8 to 9 years. Question 77. The number of point angles in a permanent mandibular first molar is. So its answer is option C, 4. Let's see its explanation. Point angles of the anterior teeth: 4. Mesiolabioincisal, mesiolinguoincisal, distolabioincisal and distolinguoincisal. And point angles of the posterior teeth, these are also 4. Mesiobucco-occlusal, mesiolinguo-occlusal, distobucco-occlusal and distolinguo-occlusal. Okay. Question 78. Steepest cusp is seen in. So its answer is maxillary first premolar. Okay. The buccal cusp of maxillary first premolar, long and sharp, resembles canine. The second premolars, both upper and lower, are less sharp, resembling molars. Okay. Now question 79. Which of the following tooth shows largest mesiobuccal ridge? So its answer is maxillary first premolar. The explanation है कि maxillary canine contains longer distal slope of buccal cusp than mesial slope. Maxillary first premolar have longer mesial slope of the buccal cusp than distal slope, and mandibular canine have longer distal slope of the buccal cusp. Okay. Now question 80. Which teeth the proximal aspect shows rhomboidal appearance? So its answer is mandibular posteriors. Okay. In mandibular posteriors, the proximal aspect shows rhomboidal appearance. So we have done 20 questions in this video. If you like this video, do like and subscribe. Thank you so much.